Good afternoon. Good afternoon. There we go. This is a lively, wonderful celebration that we behold here at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, the proud spiritual leader of this community, and we welcome you to our practitioner graduation. Yay! I want to honor Deb Santa Maria, who was doing our prelude music. Let's give her some love. And now I'm going to welcome forward our processional by group, not by individual, but first, those who are on the program are coming forth. You have a program, hopefully, in your hand, so they are coming forth, followed by the Education Corps, who is hosting this graduation, and they are followed by the Practitioner Studies teaching team, which are instructors and teaching assistants and those who supported our graduates coming through their classwork. We also have included the mentors of the graduates. They each had a mentor. We have ministerial students who are included, who recently graduated right here in this very place. We have 2 ministerial graduates. Candidates, don't come forth yet. Graduates, hold on. Peggy, hold on. And then we have our practitioners here that are participating. And I asked that the graduates wait because this is their moment. They get to stroll the runway. And so I call them one at a time. We have Peggy Cotton coming forth. And then we have Maureen French. Maureen is the president of our board, and Peggy holds down our audio-visual team. Then we have Alice Knutson, who also is on the AV team. And last but certainly not least is Megan Lemon. Yay. Thank you all. You may be seated. And so as we do in everything that we do here in our spiritual community is we start with prayer. We start and end with prayer and do prayer in between. So I invite you to either allow your eyes to softly close or gaze at our beautiful stained glass window or something in front of you as we go within. And we go within to that place inside of us that acknowledges the divine connection of spirit that is everywhere present all at once. It is here, there, and everywhere. It is the stars and the moon and every body of water, from a droplet to a creek to a river to an ocean. It is the soft wind that breezes by, or the ducks on the water, the creepy crawlers in the earth, including the ants and the beetles and those that seem to be annoying to us. They have a purpose here. It's every fowl in the sky, every sea life in the water, humans that walk, and those who are on another dimension, our ancestors and our angels and angelic kin and whatever else it is that is out there is a part of this one life, this one presence, this one love, this one breath that we breathe together today. And it is right here at this place of worship at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, fully present and accounted for through each and every one of us, for we are personalized expressions of the infinite. And so this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever day we want to call it, it is all in God. And so what I name and claim about this special time is that it is already blessed. It is already marked in time as successful and complete with ease and grace, with love, with completion and accomplishment, with recognition and with celebration. With music and song and giving thanks for all of the volunteers who helped put this together, in each and every idea that came and gave of itself so that we could be here celebrating in this way this day. And so for this, I am so grateful. So grateful. I know it is so already before my prayer is even inked and complete. It is already done in the mind of God. And so I co-create and agree with it. So I simply cast it up into the divine ethers of love and law, knowing that they work with us, they partner with us, and they make it so. They manifest it in our experience, in our hearts, in our memories, and in every fiber of our being. For this, I am grateful, and I rest this word in truth, and I invite you to declare it with me by saying, and so it is.
I'm so excited. There's a song. So what I have are 2 short readings. And my prelude is I went and got myself a practitioner stole to put on because I really, really want to have us understand that this is the heart of what we do. Whether we are ministers, whether we are the president or the chairman or the whatever the thing, if we have passed through this road, this is the essence of who we are. So both of these are coming from books written by a woman by the name of Sarah Flowers. And I don't know if you can see this, if you can zero in and see this picture of Miss Flowers. And if you can't, then I'll show it to you after. And what I want to point out is that Sarah Flowers was writing this first piece in 1949. This was published, and it's Should I Pay for Metaphysical Treatment? And I selected this because I want to encourage these practitioners who are coming into their work, into their licensure, into their participation in the world at a time that very much needs your services. And I want the rest of us to know that this is work that they do. Sarah says, because of much ambiguity in most definitions, there seems to prevail a decidedly erroneous idea as to what a metaphysical practitioner really is or should be. A metaphysician is a practitioner of truth, capitalized, and we know anything that's capitalized is synonymous with the divine. A good practitioner is well-versed in metaphysical truths. First of all, being thoroughly conversant with the Bible, she's writing in 1949, I'm going to add, and other mystical teachings and writings, yes? And it's priceless, their priceless teachings. Also, he or she has a large library of metaphysical writings and other classical literature involving an expenditure of hundreds of dollars. These books have been read, studied, and meditated upon in their search for increased understanding. Often many years have been spent in preparation and meditation before one undertakes the work of a practitioner. The work of a metaphysical practitioner is a profession and not the pastime of doing nothing. The life of a metaphysical practitioner is one of constant demand, as is the case in any other outstanding profession. Should the practitioner prepare herself and then devote her time to others' problems, to teaching the student and guiding those who seek truth, but not be paid for her time? Many persons think they should not pay. Then, when they fail to realize their desire, they do not understand they are suffering the consequences of misuse of the law of compensation. Amen? And for a more global charge, again, from Sarah Flowers, and this one is called Atomic Metaphysics, and it was written in 1948. Atomic Metaphysics. She says, the moral influence that encircles the globe in our present stage of existence is indeed in need of right and positive thinking. We need a reawakening of the mass thought for our further rate of progression so that we may all profit spiritually from the advance of science, which will mean greater happiness for the individual and for the group. The whole mass of, and she uses the term aeriform fluid, read that as atmosphere, the whole mass of atmosphere encompassing and surrounding the earth may be utilized for the well-being of all the people of the world. From the Bible, we have the written word, for we find in this great book that one true thought or word shall chase 1,000, and two shall put 10,000 to flight. We have a great work to do and a glorious goal to achieve, and I know you will accept your share of the responsibility. The recognition by you and by thousands of others of the power of the thought atmosphere and how it affects each one of us then goes out into the world in lightning-like waves to each town, city, state, country, and hemisphere, brings with it its own atmosphere of hope and promise. We know conditions, we know what's going on, and we know what to do about it. A change must take place in the consciousness of the people of the world, in your mind and in the mind of all other people, for the ultimate realization of the state of affairs which we so earnestly desire. And so it is. Thank you. And congratulations.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms, If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But first I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can be it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can fly. Yeah, 'cause I believe in me. Oh, 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 if I can see it, well then I can do it. If I just believe it, well there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Hey, if I just spread my wings, I can fly. 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 Fly, fly, fly.
I may need a tissue behind this one. Woo! Terry and Deb, woo! Everyone, God is good, okay? All the time. Woo! What an appropriate song, because I've been hanging out with these 4 graduates, and they knew they could fly. And God is so good. My name, almost forgot to tell you. My name is Dorothy Mendez, and I'm an emeritus practitioner here who was a TA for this magnificent class that we're celebrating today. So I am going to give you a synopsis of what it is to be a CSL practitioner. A licensed spiritual practitioner in Centers for Spiritual Living, also known as CSL, is a person of high spiritual consciousness and deep understanding of the spiritual nature of life. A deep and personal relationship with the divine is prominent. The licensed spiritual practitioner is trained in the study of the science of mind philosophy and in the art, the science, and skill of spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer. Licensed spiritual practitioners are dedicated to the cause of helping others and sacred service, licensed to practice professionally, and bound by a high code of ethics while providing a safe and confidential space for clients. To become a CSL licensed practitioner, a person must complete a rigorous, ask them, they'll tell you, a rigorous multi-year required course of study, pass a comprehensive background check and written exam, and be approved by an oral panel consisting of ministers and practitioners. Their licenses are renewed every other year after approval of required continuing education credits and service hours within a CSL affiliated community. Students who have the required 6 prerequisite courses qualify for entry. Professional practitioner training leads to license with Centers of Spiritual Living. Training is offered through individual Centers for Spiritual Living affiliated communities or the Centers for Spiritual Living online education program. After 20 years of active service as a licensed practitioner in the CSL affiliated community, a practitioner can apply for the honor of emeritus status. Our 4 graduates have successfully completed most of these requirements, which is what we are acknowledging and celebrating today. The final step of the journey is the oral panel, which will take place on July 1st. Oakland CSL is hosting oral panels for 9 candidates next Saturday through a collaborative effort with 4 CSL communities, including our center, Heart and Soul Center of Light, and Napa Valley CSL. The ministers and practitioners who will sit on these panels are from Oakland CSL, Heart and Soul Center of Light, and East Bay Church of Religious Science. We invite you to pray for the success of all the candidates in the overall paneling event. Those becoming licensed practitioners commit to being active, loyal, and supportive, as does our membership body. Active means attending church regularly, be present and participating in the life of the spiritual community. Loyal means living the teachings of the science of mind and sharing the responsibility of the spiritual community. Speaking favorably of and working harmoniously with the minister and other members of the church committee. Supportive means giving financially in an identifiable manner to the church organization with a tithing consciousness. So today we acknowledge our 4 graduates for their dedication to this spiritual journey. We applaud them for their success both now and in their oral panels next week. On behalf of the practitioners of Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, we look forward to them joining our practitioner corps as we support our beloved spiritual community in all that we do as licensed practitioners. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to being with you.
Do you know that there were a lot of answers to the oral panel questions in that reading? You have nothing to worry about. I'm Reverend Jerry Carter, and I'm just so honored to be honoring you this day for this journey that you've been on. And I want to gift you with David Spangler's book, The Call, because you have answered a call, a sacred service call. I have a couple little paragraphs I want to read to you, and so take these words in. The holy call is a revelation, an inner prompting, a vision, causing an individual to turn from a personal, self-centered, and superficially expressed life to that of a servant of the divine. The effect of the spiritual call to cause a transformation of varying degrees of both the individual and the collective completes the divine intention. So I'm so thrilled that you have answered this call in your experience. And I know, along with just recently, yesterday, being at the San Jose Center for Spiritual Living as a panelist with Reverend Catherine and Doug Myers and Susan Brecker, what an amazing, loving, kind, and sweet experience it was for their candidates. And I know that you're going to experience this. Yes, I know that you're going to experience the same. I mean, it just set the tone for what we're experiencing here today and what we are going to experience next Saturday. So I'm thrilled for you. I know that you've had the best during your last couple of years of training, and prior to that, all the classes and courses it took to get you to the practitioner studies. I know that Reverend D. Jacqueline Edwards and Reverend Catherine, Reverend Verona, myself, of course, Doug and Jody, your teaching assistants, and of course, our beloved Dorothy, and everyone who has supported you, but most of all, the creme de resistance, Reverend Sunshine Michelle Coleman. Yes, yes. So you have had the best of the best with all the mentors and everyone who has supported you. It's amazing. I know you're just breathing it all in and so grateful for all that has transpired. And we are so thrilled here at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living to welcome you in as practitioners along with all of us. As Reverend D. Jacqueline shared, wearing the practitioner stole in honor. I think that's a fabulous idea. I wish I would have thought of it. But this is pretty close. Anyhow, know that you are more than ready to be supported along the way, to support others along the way. And I'm so proud of you, each of you, so very proud of you, and so glad that I had an opportunity to participate in your path that you've been on, and it's just been so rich and so beautiful. This journey, a practitioner of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, a practitioner of religious science. You are beautiful beings, and we are so proud to have you here in our community. What a blessing. Thank you all. Oh.
Okay, I'll quit. No. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I knew how to say it in a number of other languages, but I think thank you is so important to me. It's so powerful, just in the two words. Thank you, my fellow students. We've always helped each other, no matter what. Whether it's Zoom, whether it's text, whether it's arguing or disagreeing. the love is always underlying it all. I didn't know what I was going to say when I got up here, Mom. But I wanted to say a few things about what I've learned. This journey has just been amazing. I didn't understand the word consciousness when I got it, when this place found me. That's what I should say. And now my consciousness is so awakened. I didn't understand what the word awaken meant and awareness meant. And now I'm so aware of so many things that so many people have helped me to understand what that really meant. I didn't understand who I was and who I was not, and what was mine and what wasn't mine. I didn't understand what my name really meant when I called myself. So I started out with a gratitude for all of that. There's been so many people in my life from childhood all the way till this very moment. Just reading books, one author comes to mind, which was Zora Neale Hurston. One of my mother's dear friends, Ruth Marion Watson Batson, who is a very prominent woman in the Boston area who had a dream to start a scholarship fund, and she did it. There's been so many people. There's all of you, actually, every single one of you. So I want to just end with, because I don't want to take too much time, I'm going to end with a quote that is there. Thank you, my team back there. So the challenges we face in life are always lessons that serve our soul's growth. Always. And the relationships that we build all along the way and that find us and we find them, they are always encompassing and accepting the oneness of it all. The oneness of life. The oneness that underlines every single thing that we do, every life form that takes place. It is, in fact, the life of love, the life of God, the life of Spirit, the life of Yahweh. There's so many names that it's given because it relates to all. So the challenges we face in life are always lessons that serve our soul's growth. And the oneness is the power and the path always to peace. So may everybody have peace. Thank you.
Hello, my spiritual family, and to my friends, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me. When I first came to Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, I came about 6 or 7 years ago. And when I walked in, I had Andy Robbins, I had Reverend Sally, I had Reverend Jerry, and I had Reverend Jeffrey Anderson look at me in a way that I had never been looked at before. And it was such a look that it was like, are you looking at me? Are you sure? Because the way you're looking at me is just with such love and joy and vastness. And I didn't quite understand how they could see that in me at the time. But I sure do now. There is a confidence that comes with this philosophy. There is a confidence that comes with practicing the spiritual principles and practices that we teach here. And it is the saying that people say, you know whose and whose you are. I know whose and whose I am, no matter what situation I'm in, whatever hurricane, whatever tornado, whatever is coming at me, I have that inner strength and that confidence, and I'm no longer looking back. And I'm saying, no, yes, you are looking at that. And so I am so grateful for this opportunity to be seen and to be understood and to find a place where I can speak the way that I've been born to speak. It's quite invigorating. So one quick thing I wanted to say about this philosophy is that when I found it, it really helped open me up, because the way that our culture is, at least the way that I was raised, it was, Christianity, you asked for forgiveness, you did certain things, and you had to be a certain way to feel the love of Jesus. Well, this philosophy is, there is no right way. There is no right way. It's an individual way. For those that watch The Mandalorian with the little baby Yoda, Gogru, it's the way. But it's your way. And that is what's so wonderful about it. You don't have to have all the answers, and you just experience, and you move, and you flow, and you surrender. Learning to surrender. And knowing that always you have the confidence and know who and whose you are. Thank you very much.
Would somebody please pinch me? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm really here. I've waited my whole life for this moment. My whole life. There is so much love here. Can you feel it? It's incredible. It's just amazing. And you are my family, my spiritual family. When I drive through those gates, I just take a deep breath. I know I'm home. I am home, and I love it every single time I come here. I know a lot of you. I don't know, there's many here that I don't know very well. I have prayer partners here. I have ministers. You can't see her, but my mom's sitting right over there. And I lost my mom. She passed away on September 29th of 2022. But she taught me about love, and she taught me about Jesus, and she had me go to church when I was a little girl. But there is so much love here, and there's always love here. And how many people have been in this sanctuary? So I feel like if I were to drop dead right this moment, I have achieved everything. And my heart is just so full. And when you all just turned to us, I just started sobbing. So I want to thank my friend Elena. Where is she? Elena invited me to come here for the first time. And I've known her for 30 years, or just about 30 years. And she invited me several times before I walked in the door. And when I sat down and I heard Reverend Jeff talk, I just started to cry. And I was crying tears of joy. My heart was just bursting open. So here we are. And as Maureen announced in class several weeks ago, we are all licensed practitioners. We're just going through the details now. And I can hardly wait to serve this community. I'm already serving in the ways that I already do, but I can hardly wait to pray for people anytime they want it, to find out all the ways that I can contribute to this community and to CSL organization, and I can hardly wait to find out how good it's going to be. And I want to thank all of you that have helped me. And I am also want to thank Reverend Sunshine for all the love she showers us with all the time. and just holds that space for us. And I could go on and on and on and on. But let me just close with this quote that I wanted to share. And this is by our friend Ernest Holmes, who I fondly refer to as Ernie. Open the gates of your consciousness to the divine presence, and you will be flooded with light. And so it is. Ashe, aho, blessed be. And also, thank you all my prayer partners. Thank you.
So I am the crier of the group, so I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. And don't look at me, Mom, you're already crying. So this has been a 22-year process for me. I've been a part of Science of the Mind since I was 16 with my parents. I lost my dad the following year when I was 17 years old, and one of the things that he used to do was place quotes all throughout the house. It used to drive us a little crazy as kids because there was one quote on the refrigerator that said, "If you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got." And every time we got in trouble, he would point to the refrigerator. But, you know, I think of those quotes and those seeds that he planted, and even still 20-something years after his death, they're evolving. And part of this practitioner is him evolving. And one of the last quotes that I found after he had died was, in life, we are always faced with a series of great opportunities brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. And impossible situations can become possible miracles. So, as everyone else has said, I'm very grateful to be standing here today and to be of service and to just be in this place of living my spirituality and all of the things that I've accomplished in the last 22 years of my life. This is something that I can say is truly, uniquely mine, and something that I can be proud of and be proud to be a part of with all of my students and everyone who's played a part in this role, from Reverend Sunshine to Reverend Jerry, Reverend Catherine, Reverend Jacqueline, Dorothy, Doug. See you somewhere. My mentor, Lucian, he's not here, but many conversations and prayers. So thank you, everyone who's participated in this journey.
Don't worry, Megan, you're not by yourself, baby. I'm a crier too, but I just get Kleenex. Because crying is a part of it. We are so afraid a lot of times to let ourselves be how we are because we've been trained to do something different. And here, as I preached this morning, we are a community that allows and welcomes people to be who they are and whose they are, whoever said that. But we have to know who that is first. Let me not preach again. That's not why I'm up here for this. And I'm so proud of all of you. You know, I was talking to one of you, and one of you told me, I sent communications out this week, and I was talking to one, and one said that the other one said, we have to speak. Did any of them have problems speaking? Just beautiful. It was just lovely. And I'm such a ritualist, even though there was a planning team. Thank you all, planning team, for putting this together. And there was a ritual put in the draft program, which was just, yes. Because I do everything in ritual. So now is a time of anointing. This is a time, as you've heard all of our graduates speak of, and the speakers beforehand who have toiled for hours, and anybody who's been through any coursework or any program or anything knows that if you make the commitment, it takes some effort. And when you go through the smooth parts, great. It's the tough parts, the rough parts that make the pearl in the oyster. And that's what grows you spiritually. And that's what y'all have been through. So this next moment, what we're doing is recognizing that through ritual and through the pageantry and the ceremony of anointing. So we have red roses here, which symbolize love. We have some holy blessed water here and special oil that you will be anointed with. I'll call you up one at a time. I'm going to tell you what is going to happen first, and then we'll do it. How about that? One at a time. And I ask for all of us, because this is not just one-on-one. It is one-on-one with me as the anointer and all of this village behind me, with the graduate. It's with all of the family, those of you who have supported, those of you, the mentors who have had conversations. It's recognizing that. So it's a sacred time. If nothing is being said, please hold the silence. Please be in your own sacred space for each of these graduates, because that's what it represents. And what happens as you do that? You're blessed. We're all blessed because of what we're about to do. So I'm just creating the container for that. And to support me in this is going to be Constance Chapman, who is a practitioner here, and she's also the education coordinator. And so here we go. We will anoint first, and then they'll receive their certificate. Is this on? It is. May I have the family of the graduates stand? Family, friends, those of you who have come to support your graduates. This is all spontaneous, so flow with me, okay? Thank you so much for all you have done to bring these 4 beautiful women to this juncture in their practitioner career. They could not have done it without you. And so I want the rest of us to give you an applause for your support. Thank you. And you may be seated.
I just want to say congratulations to the practitioner graduates. It's an honor to be part of your celebration. I want to thank Terry for bringing his talent. We love bringing music to support you. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing. I'm going to play you a song. I'm going to play a song called Amazing Things. In the chorus of the song, it says, "You will do amazing things." But like Reverend Sunshine Michelle said during service, you're already doing amazing things. So this is for you guys. Thank you.
Well, we're drawing this incredible time to its close. And I know there's been a lot of thank yous said, but what the heck? Gratitude is the yeast of life, isn't it? Gratitude lives and gives birth to joy. So I'd like to thank just a few more people who have been in support of this time when the family of these beloved women, these 4 gorgeous, determined, intelligent, studious, dedicated, stubborn women have reached this incredible apex from which they can see their lives unfolding. I thank all of the family and friends who have supported these beautiful beings, forgiving them when they showed up late, couldn't make dinner, whatever, picking them up, dropping them off, waiting for them, supporting them as they studied, as they cried, as they spent time on the phone with their prayer partners. All the people who made this event possible, Susan Brecker and her team, all the music, oh my God, the music, here we go. And somebody that we don't often thank for the music, and that is the music director and coordinator, Andy Robbins. Please. Thank you. Peggy Cotton is sitting in here, but I'd like to thank her team, for all of the AV support. Peggy has pulled together an incredible team of talented people. Constance Chapman, the whole education crew. Again, gratitude, it just keeps upwelling and spilling over, and why not? Why not? So I'm going to do our closing benediction. I'm glad to be able to do that. And after the benediction, our teaching team is going to escort our beautiful graduates along with the rest of the recessional, out the door. And then we would like to invite all of you to please join everyone out in the courtyard in the social hall for just some time of prayer, crying, laughter, congratulations, honoring, and even a little bit of eating. We have some sweets and desserts, because this is a sweet time. All right. So wait for us to bring our wonderful graduates out, and then we'd love to see you out there. So join me as we close this incredible time the way we always do, and that is prayer. Going within to know that this moment is sacred, that with the love and the intention that we have established collectively here, there is an opening to spirit that is wide and inviting. And God needs no invitation. It is already filling us, this room, these people. And I'm grateful to know that everything about this is perfect, held in the arms of God. And these women who have dedicated themselves to this path, the Lord has said, I have called thee by thy name, and thou art mine. And I know this to be true. I'm so grateful that everyone here feels and is the energy. You're both giving it and receiving it so that all are blessed. I give thanks for every moment, every second. I give thanks for the sweets that we are about to share, and bless the people who made them possible. All is well. All is well. And all manner of things shall always be well. For there is a force of love in the universe that holds us fast and will never let us go. That is the truth. I know it. I offer it to you, and so it is. Amen.